Hi friends, welcome to this week's new booklet. I'm Amrit Deshmukh, the summary guy. I'm so excited to know that thousands of people have now started reading one book a week. The mission is working. The name of today's book is Chanakya Niti, written by Acharya Chanakya, also known as Kautilya or Vishnugupta. Before I begin the narration of chapter 1 to 6, let me give you a small disclaimer that Chanakya is well known for his straightforward views, which sometimes appear harass, especially with respect to women. I suggest you to use your own discretion while grasping the ideas in the book. Please note that philosophy of Acharya Chanakya comes from an era where things were quite different from today. It is unwise to advise fool and to be in a company of a sad, unenthusiastic fellow. Like a house having a venomous snake is not suitable for living, a house having an ill-tempted wife and low moral, deceitful friend and with impolite talkative servant is also not suitable for living. A person must save money for the bad days and must protect his woman even at the cost of money that was saved. Chanakya says that money is one of the most significant assets a human must have. It brings you the honor, supports you, and makes you capable to deal with calamities. There is no point to live in a country reason where you cannot find an employment, respect, well wishes, and education. A man must not live in a place that has no fear of law, where people are shameless, where exists no clever man, and people lack in spirit of charity, and where exists no art. Do not live even for a single day in the places where you cannot find the following fives: prosperous businessman, priest, well versed, soldiers, river, and doctor. Test the wife at the time when your wealth is lost, a friend when in need, relatives at the time of crisis, and a servant on some important mission. Whoever helps you at the time of illness, misfortune, famine, and invasion is your true brother in real sense. By working hard, you get good food to eat, capability to digest it, a beautiful wife and happiness with her, and the wealth that can be utilized for good cause. A person a person experiences heavenly joy whose son is obedient, wife is faithful, and who himself is satisfied with whatever he has. A true son is obedient to his father. A true father takes care of his son, and honesty is the quality of a true friend. Do not speak anything about your plans, as other will try to hinder your regime. The simplest suggestion is that you continue with the task without grasping much attention. Stupidity is war, and the days of youth are very woeful. Anyhow, bring on mercy on yourself. Every hill does not hide gems in it. Every elephant does not possess money. Every place is not a home of noble person. Every forest is not filled with sandalwood. Moral: man must act as per the situation instead of continuing with false assumptions. A wise person grooms his child carefully, because only an educated person with a high moral is given true respect in society. Throughout Chanakya Niti, Kautilya has emphasized a lot over practical education. Parents who do not care for the education of their children are their worst enemies. Once grown up, such children feel isolated from the society, just like a crane in a flock of swans. Chanakya advises not to overindulge with your child, pupil, and student. It will spoil them. Do not allow a single day of your life without learning something good and useful. The distraction is inevitable, for a tree on the bank of river, a woman in the house of strange, a king with the stupid, a bad consulter. The power. Of a soldier lies in his knowledge, of a king lies in army, of a trader lies in his money, of a servant is like in service. Chanakya Niti tells you to understand your role and act accordingly. As people leave a weak king, a prostitute desert improvised customer, and a bird leave a withered tree. In the same manner, the guests must leave the house of guest after having food. Which family in the world has no blemish? Is there any person who has never fallen ill? Can you point a person who has lived happily throughout his life? Problems are bound to occur in life. One should accept this reality and move forward. You can guess the origin of a person throughout his behavior, the native place where he tone, and his food intake by looking at his size of belly. Expel an individual to save a life, and a family to save a village, and a village for a country. Hard working person cannot remain poor. A person who continuously remembering God is unlikely to perform a sin. A person with peace cannot quarrel. Similarly, a vigilant person has no fear. Excess of beauty resulted in the kidnapping of Sita. Extreme ego of the Ravana got him killed, and unnecessary charity caused great trouble to Raja Bali. Avoid extremities, as nothing is impossible for Almighty. Every place is in reach of a trader. No land is alien for a knowledgeful person, and none is strange to a good polite talker. As a tree laden with scented flowers spread fragrance in the whole forest, a worthy son brings glory to the whole family, community, and country. As a dry tree when catches fire burns the whole forest, so is a bad son in a family. One good son is better than many troublesome sons in a family. The whole family feels comfortable and safe with him. Chanakya says to use stick over a child only after 5. This can continue for 10 more years. Once the son achieves the 60th, all you can do is to treat him as a friend. In case of natural disaster and unstoppable enemies invasion, one should run away and save life. As a mother takes care of every requirement of her infants, a saint must deliver spiritual guidance to his follower. Knowledge is like holy Kamdhenu and is like a tree that bears fruit in every season. In unknown territories, it provides protection and also fetches reward for you. It is difficult to bear pain that arises from the quarrelsome wife living in a village that people of very bad character, right? So meditation is performed best when alone, education by two, singing by three, traveling with four-person, farming with five, and battle with help of so many as possible. An important verse of Chanakya Nitis compares following with poison, a meal without an appetizer, living life in a community of a poor people, an old man marry young woman. Infatuation is the biggest disease, and greed is the worst enemy of an individual. Anger is the most damaging fire, and among all possessions knowledge is supreme. The test for purity of gold is performed by rubbing, heating, cutting. Similarly, the true character of a person is revealed at the time of intense trouble. Administrators are corrupt in some or other way. The person who prince or grooms is likely to be romantic. A foolish cannot be polite talker, and a frank person face difficulty in telling lies. Fools envy wise man, poor envy rich. In the same manner, prostitutes are jealous of pious ladies. The best way to subtise knowledge is to remain idle. After execution of the commander, his army become ineffective. Those person who will make fun knowledgeable people. For a person with absolute knowledge, heaven is of least insignificant. A true warrior give little importance to his life. For a true says woman is no of use, and a person with control of his sense, the whole world loses its significance. Reign over ocean, giving help to capable, and in lighting a lamp in a daylight are nothing but useless act. Rainwater is purest of all. Similarly, willpower is the mightiest of all power. Poor man desire for money, animal desire for of his peace, man desire for heaven, while angel desire for nirvana. Truth keep the earth in its place. Truth is responsible for wind to blow. Truth makes sun shine, and it is the primary. Money comes and goes, so it is the youth lies. Life goes and goes the soul, nothing lasts forever. Only things that stay firm is your faith. With this we come to the end of the first chapter, first to sixth chapter.